All right, here's the number one thing you're going to have to wind up doing to learn to grow your network marketing business, and that's you have to grow. That's it. That's the only word for today is grow. I'm going to tell you a concept that's called guarding the rice bowl, and it's mostly found and prevalent in martial arts, but it's all over in any type of leadership position. When I teach you a martial art called Wing Chun. I've been doing it since 1998. I have had 3 teachers, and the second one taught me the concept of guarding the rice bowl, and this applies to your network marketing business, and you guys are actually victims to it. So I spent probably about $600 a month for 4 years being his student, and that was put into tuition for class time and 3 times a week private lessons. The more I improved, the more the leash would come back on me, right? He'd pull that leash back. And I started to notice that this teacher was a professional teacher that he had some students with him for 19 years. And none of the students that were with him ever knew the entire system. Why? Because when you're a teacher or you're in a position of power or mentorship, you give your students just enough so they'll be full and then they'll come back for another meal, right? You guard the rice bowl. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, or teach a man a fish and you'll feed him for a lifetime. It's the same concept. Why would somebody want me to improve? Because then their thought was, Izzo's going to leave and I'm going to be out $600 a month on a student. When I started teaching, I wanted to break that mentality, and what it is this is my viewpoint for martial arts, for any leadership, and especially for network marketing and the speed bump I've run into, and where you have to really evaluate whether or not your upline and your mentorship is truly teaching you. And to be honest, a lot of people just don't know this. A lot of people really are. Their intentions are good. They love the spotlight, and they just don't get what they're doing is actually detrimental to the growth of their team. So pay attention to yourself when you're teaching. Don't fucking do this. The point with network marketing is you want your people being better than you so that they make more money. Because the more money they make, guess what? The more money you make. When it came down to my students, the methodology and philosophy I had is if they're going to wear a t-shirt from my school and they're going to have my name on their back, I don't want them going out in public and maybe they're with me for 2-3 years and I limit their growth and what they're learning. And then they're like, oh my gosh, you train with Dominic Izzo? Show me your skill. And if their skill is not up to par, well, that's going to cost me future students, because those students are going to go, I don't want to train with Izzo. He's a joke. He's not teaching you anything, or I could kick your ass. But on the twofolds, if I teach my students everything and I really pressure test them and I create warriors and leaders out of them, when they do wind up showing other people their skill, the other people are going to go, holy shit, that's impressive. And regardless of whether or not they want to learn from them, they're ultimately going to be in my path because it's my hierarchy. It's my school. The other aspect of it too is, competitively wise, if I make my students better than them, they're always going to be chasing me, which is always going to make me improve, which is always going to make them chase me, because I'm never not going to be the top dog. I'm always going to be the pack leader. So it's a good thing when you pour everything into your people. I've been in network marketing for going into my 15th year now, and the first 10 years of the company I was with, our top mentor, she leveraged her education, her background in science and nutrition, and never taught us the business, right? It was always on the product. So we were limited on who we could go to. We were so glad that we were under this person, because all of a sudden when we brought in our new prospects, they would jump us and go to her, which we never minded, because right, if she's going to be pouring herself into our people, we're going to make money. Wrong. The problem is that if you're not pouring yourself into your people who came in for you originally, you're never going to wind up growing. And it's a cycle you always have to break. The reason that we wind up teaching 3 C's, right? Cash flow, commerce, and culture, is that we want people having as much tools in their arsenal to wind up finding out what their passion is and then bringing that forward in their group. I get it all the time. And it's why the mistake I made in my network marketing was I wanted to be a recruiting machine only. And I'm one of the top recruiters of my company. Over the last 24 months, 12 of them I spent recruiting like crazy. And I talked to some of my team members about, hey, why aren't you duplicating? Why aren't you doing this? And a lot of them gave me the reason, is you dumped us off. Meaning what the role was is the mentorship I brought them into, they were the guru. They were the upline, right? And I've been with a couple different mentors. And the way that I foolishly looked at it was, I just want to recruit, and then I'm going to put you into so-and-so's business school. I'm going to plug you into there. And they weren't teaching what I was. They weren't doing what I was. And I was always criticized. Your style can't be duplicated. The way you dress can't be duplicated. You're going to scare people off. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Network marketing is a predatory industry. And for the most part, I can't fault people because they just don't see what they're doing. They will give people enough rice and they're going to guard the bowl so that the people will stay and say, oh my gosh, guru is going to feed me, Sifu is going to feed me, teacher is going to feed me, instead of learning how to make the rice on their own. Give a man a fish or teach him how to fish. This is something you have to look at if you're in network marketing. The network marketing model, remember, is to keep people on product. And yes, that's the pyramid scam of it as is. It's not the recruiting, it's the lack of teaching people how to leave the nest and fly. This is the biggest problem because most people, they're the ones that want to be up on stage and they're the ones that want to be with the microphone. They're the ones that want their own YouTube channel. Go out and fucking make it on your own. If you're somebody who loves the community aspect, then I just do the community aspect of it. Be part of something. But if you truly want that 3% aspect of growth and network marketing and you want the money and you have to teach your people. You have to pour into them. You have to be ruthless and say, listen, we need to develop your style, cultivate you as a person. You need to fly the coop. You need to leave the nest. The problem with network marketing is most people teach only to the level of what they think is out there. And I've been accused of teaching people how to eat steak and potatoes versus just bottle feeding the masses. It's not a numbers game for me. I would rather have several hundred people who are really leading versus thousands and thousands and thousands of people who are following me and staying on product because of my praise, because of my mentorship, my leadership. Can't be done. There is no value in that for me. So if you're looking at 2022 and you're going to be growing your network marketing team, you have to grow. It has to be you. You have to be comfortable with saying, okay, remember too, it doesn't matter how awesome your product is with your company. People are coming in because of you. It doesn't matter. And this is why I don't do edification. I don't do 3-party calls. I don't do, hey, let's get so-and-so on the line to do that. Because if they're going to be for me and everybody says it has to be a duplicatable business, then people have to wake up and see, listen, you have to be uncomfortable and you have to learn how to grow. Otherwise, you won't in this industry. We need to stop lying to people. If you just want to bring people in and dump them off, you'll fail. And then you won't have any integrity behind what you're doing because you're being disingenuous about who you are in this business. You can say, listen, I love the business. I just want to connect you with people. I'm not interested in teaching. Great, do that. But if you really want to be somebody who's going to be leading in this industry, you have to spend equal amounts of time recruiting and then pressure testing your people. Diamonds are made under the hardest of pressure. Steel, the strongest steel is forged in the hottest of fires. You have to get back to the point of saying, I don't need so-and-so. Get to the point. I mean, I sat there, I had my mentor do 3 presentations for me, and then I went, I want to do this better. I can do this better. I got tired of asking for permission. I got tired of worrying about stepping on people's toes and not doing it their way. And the second I said it's my way, and they said, oh, your language and you're wearing suits and this and that, it's not representative network marketing, I buried them all in recruitment. But then I didn't duplicate because I pawned them off in their business school. And my people had said, we came in because of you, but you pawned us off on so-and-so in their business school, and it wasn't what I wanted. That was the mistake I made, and I really want you to start thinking about this industry moving forward. This industry has to be spent equal time in developing people that you recruit. Go out there and recruit, but if you are not helping these people become their own, none of you are going to succeed. It's just going to be a sea of people who want your praise, the guru's praise. Oh, I want to be up on stage with so-and-so and take a picture and show my mentor online and wear their hat and t-shirt. Guys, it's a fucking joke. This is why the industry is laughable. It's sound. The industry works and it could change and save so many lives if you actually teach people. You have to teach them not to need you. And too many of you out there who are gurus, you're too fucking afraid to. And the problem is that too many of the masses, you guys, I get the fact that you love the praise and you love the accolades and you love feeling needed, but if you drop out of the business, every person you brought in would leave. That's not proper duplication. That's cultish, and that's what network marketing has become. So develop yourself, learn your own style, just learn everything from somebody and then make it your own. You have to imitate and then innovate. Those are the 2 things that are so crucial for this business. All right, hope these videos are helping out and making sense. Good luck in your business. Remember, contact Texas Money at 708-982-0974. We'll work with you. Have a great day.